What is going on, guys? It has been a while. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, the whole shebang. Um, Not too much to report. I still haven't had surgery yet. But good news. Game Bread and Dean Tool taking care of everything for me in terms of that. So I'm super appreciative and just trying to get that squared away. So hopefully in the next few weeks or beginning of next month, I should be, already healing from ACL surgery. So that's kind of the update on that front. But yeah, just super grateful, to my management team and Dean Tool with Game Bread for doing the right thing and making sure that everything gets taken care of. So I appreciate that big time. I just want to give a quick shout out to Grower Circle. Hooking it up on the podcast, and they're going to be more involved in our episodes, more on the UFC side too. Picking fights, we got a big weekend of fights coming up, so we're going to dive into that for sure. But yeah, shout out to Grower Circle, best bud in Nevada, highest quality. Whenever you're in the dispensary, check them out on the menu. They're all over the place, so I definitely recommend them. All their products, for that matter, edibles to the oils and such. And also a big shout out to my supplement company, Need to Build Muscle. Best products on the market, best ingredients. Everything is backed scientifically. It's all researched, all top of the line. So, if you're looking for that edge, for that recovery, for that, higher end stuff. If you need a test boost, if you need some protection, if you need, organ support, multivitamins, the whole 9 yards, N2 Guard, HC Generate, those are the places, those are the products you need to be on. So check them out. Message me if you have any questions. Things have been pretty slow in the holidays. Christmas, I was alone here. In Vegas over Christmas, but I actually received a package today from my mom. My family sent me some presents, so maybe I'm gonna unwrap a couple of those on the episode, see what we got, because I have no idea. And we're gonna dive into a couple things that I've, seen to start the new year. There's always been that kind of drama or new on the mainstream with the aliens and the stuff coming out with that. But I just seen this stuff happening out in Miami. I don't know if you guys are familiar with out in Bayside. They had like a million cop cars pull up and claim that there were kids fighting with fireworks or shooting off fireworks or something. But a lot of the people in the area, or even people that I know that live down there, were saying it was a strange response for something like that. And then there's been there's been people talking on Twitter, saying they saw portals and aliens and, 10 feet creatures and stuff like that. So I don't know, pretty crazy to hear about that kind of shit. Who knows? My buddy thinks there's going to be some crazy creatures that are going to appear this year. Who knows? Maybe we're going to see some Rick and Morty portals that open up and some kind of creatures come out. I don't know. But yeah, I've definitely been keeping an eye on it. It's all over Twitter. And just more and more people are releasing more and more information about it. So, yeah, it's a little weird. So let me know what you guys think about all that. What do you guys think? You think it's aliens, or you think it's the government trying to set some shit up? I'm not familiar personally, but I did hear some rumblings that election year coming up. A lot of shit's happening. So who knows? Who knows what kind of stuff they got with CGI these days and the technology that they have? You never know. I'm also currently watching Manchester United versus Wigan in the FA Cup. That's on the TV right now as we're recording this episode, and Manchester United just scored. They're 1-0 up. So yeah, that's kind of running on while I'm running this episode. So if I'm looking that way, that's the reason. But yeah, that was just kind of shocking to see. And then to see some of, the stuff coming out with Epstein and Cat Williams' interview. I don't know if you guys have seen that interview. That interview was pretty in depth on what's going on in that world and in Hollywood and Hollyweird and the whole pedo thing. So I don't know, Epstein, all that kind of stuff, the stuff that's starting to come out. I don't know. I think 2024 is going to definitely be an interesting year. I feel like a lot of sus information is going to come out. I feel like a lot of careers are going to get ruined potentially. So we'll see. Get the popcorn ready. Let's see what 2024 has in store for us. Obviously my 2024 is going to be more of I'm hoping to be much more, content driven with this time that I'll have. And I'm actually, because D-Rod's being such a punk, but it gave me this, because I downloaded this program to be able to basically do like a podcast with somebody, but from anywhere. So because now I have that program, I'm going to use it. And I think I'm going to have like my first guest episode. So I'm going to film it with someone who's overseas, someone that I've been meaning to get on the show. I messaged them. So I'm just waiting to see when's like a good time to do it. So hopefully this week I'll get that episode out. I think he's a pretty interesting person, especially in the MMA field, with a lot of interesting topics to talk about. So we'll bring him on and try to get a first guest for the episode, and see if I can start throwing those out. Do my individual ones until D-Rod's back in town, and then do the fight stuff, but also here and there do some other things on the side. So just trying to be more content driven, but shit's crazy. What we're seeing now is crazy. Obviously, obviously all the stuff going on in the world today is pretty wild. So it's something to definitely keep an eye on, and we'll see what we have in store for us in 2024. But the last time we did an episode, or I did an episode, was it me or both of us? I can't remember, but it was in December. So this is the first one to start off in January. So first card, UFC Fight Night. We got Magomed Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker main eventing. So that's a rematch of a fight that got DQ'd by controversy in, what's it called? Is in Dubai, Abu Dhabi? Yeah, Abu Dhabi. So yeah, one of those. So that fight has been rescheduled. It's got a pretty stacked card. We obviously have some fights on there that I like, so we'll jump in and kind of go over the fights a little bit now. So UFC Fight Night this weekend. First fight of the night, we got Joshua Van and Felipe Bunez. I quite rate Joshua Van. I don't know too much about Felipe. I think this is a short notice fight actually for Felipe. So I know Van is the favorite in this one, and I would definitely add him to a parlay or even just a straight bet. I like Joshua Van, young man. He's 22 years old, but very talented, great boxer, good striker, and getting pretty good at defensive wrestling. So definitely keep an eye out for him. First fight of the night. Second one up, we got Tom Nolan. This is his, I believe, UFC debut. He's an Australian kid versus Nicholas Mota. He just fought kind of recently, I believe, coming off a no contest. But Tom Nolan, I've heard some things about him coming out of the Australian fight scene. So I think this is a good fight for him against Nicholas Mota. I like Tom Nolan on this one, so I would throw him some money, throw him on a parlay potentially. So I'm definitely going with Tom on this on the debut to get Nicholas Mota. I think by knockout. I think there's a finish in this fight. And then we have Weston Wilson versus John Silva. I got John Silva to beat Weston Wilson. I also believe Weston Wilson is coming in on short notice too. So I would definitely throw John Silva in a parlay. So that's definitely something I'll be looking at. And then we got a really interesting fight here. This one's a really, really interesting fight. Farid Basharat, really, really talented, undefeated Afghani fighter, against Taylor Lapalus from France. Farid's 11-0 and Lapalus is 19-3. So, a lot of experience on Taylor's side. And, Farid undefeated, making quite a name for himself. This is like this is a benchmark fight. We'll see what level he's at. I like Farid in this one. I think he's very well-rounded everywhere. Obviously, there's a fight. You got a puncher's chance. Anyone does. But I think Farid can get it done, especially in the grappling side. So I'm going to edge Farid in this one. And then next one up, we got Marcus McGee versus Gaston Bolaños. Interesting fight. I've seen a couple of Marcus McGee's fights. Tough guy. He got power in his hands. And then Gaston Bolaños, he's a guy that had a pretty extensive Muay Thai or kickboxing record outside of the UFC, and now he's gotten into MMA a little bit later on. He had kind of like a rough start in MMA, but now he seems to be, pretty settled in his skill set. So this will be an interesting fight, but I like Marcus here. I think Marcus is quite talented. He's aggressive. He's got a lot of power, good wrestling as well. So I'm going to edge Marcus here, throw him in the parlay too. And then we got Andrei Arlovsky, the never-aging Arlovsky versus Waldo Cortez Acosta, Dominican former baseball player, boxer. If Arlovsky could get Waldo down, I'm pretty sure, he could easily smash him on the ground. But I don't think Arlovsky's that kind of guy anymore in terms of being able to grapple like that. He seems to be more of like an outside striker. Whereas Acosta, I feel like, is so powerful. And he tries to set everything up with his hands in boxing. So I like Acosta in this one. The younger guy, I think if he puts pressure on Arlovsky, I think he could get him out of there. So yeah, I'm going to go with Acosta in this one. Phil Hawes against Bruno Ferreira. Phil Hawes, man, like he's super, super talented, but just, I don't know, I think it's just his chin, I guess. He just gets put away, and after like doing really good things, and he's it's a must-win probably for him as well in a situation like this. Bruno Ferreira, 10-1, coming off of a knockout of himself. He got knocked out, so they're both coming off of KOs. I think this, as it's being Bruno's first loss, coming off of his first loss, I think he's going to be really, really motivated. Obviously, you don't want to come in, and lose the way he lost in the UFC in the first round. I think it was like only a minute in, and so I feel like he's going to come out firing. So I'm going to edge Bruno in this one. This is a fight that I'm not going to throw in a parlay, but if I'm just picking right now, I'm going to go with Bruno. I'm going to avoid that one and just enjoy it. Then we got Ricky Simone. He's like the Energizer Bunny, kind of like a version of Marab, just like nonstop grapple. And he's got, good pressure, good striking. But then Mario Batista, 13-2. He's very well-rounded. I've watched a couple of his fights. I think he can cause quite a bit of trouble for Ricky potentially. It all depends if Mario can keep Ricky off of him in terms of, the pressure wrestling and takedowns and stuff. I feel like Mario might have the ability to do that. He comes out of a good gym, training out of the lab, I believe, in Arizona. So I like, for some reason, I like Mario Batista here just because I think he's the better striker. But again, it's going to be one of those, I'm only going to know once I see it and see them in the cage kind of situation. So that's another fight that I'm not necessarily going to throw in the parlay. But I'm definitely trying to watch that fight. I think that's an interesting fight, especially for the division. So if I was going to pick this one, I'm going to go with, I believe he's the underdog. I'm going to go with Mario Batista to cause the upset here. But again, this is a fight that I'm not going to throw in the parlay. And then we got Jim Miller versus Gabriel Benitez. Both old dogs. Jim's obviously the record holder for I think the most wins in the UFC. So it'll be interesting to see this fight against Gabriel Benitez. I'm probably going to take Jim Miller. I think he's the favorite. We got Bruno Fernandez. Rashford for free kick. Ooh, just hits it wide. I like Jim Miller to get it done against Gabriel Benitez. He's definitely, I believe, stronger on the ground. If Jim Miller takes it to the ground, he's going to be, the dominant fighter there. So I'm going to take Jim Miller there. It's a shame he's not fighting on UFC 300. If he comes out of this fight early, quickly, and healthy, maybe he will get on that card. He said he wanted to fight on like UFC 100, 200, and 300. So that would be pretty cool. Hopefully the UFC can make something happen with that, or everything works out for him so that it does happen. So we'll see. But then we got Matteo Nicolau versus Manel Cape. Big fan of Manel Cape. Awesome fighter. Good striker. He's good everywhere. Portuguese fella. Very outspoken. Big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. But yeah, I like Manel. But his opponent, Matteo Nicolau, is also a dangerous guy. Manel puts himself in situations where he can, potentially get hurt. He's a bit of a banger sometimes. He comes in and he's willing to trade. In his last fight, he fought a short notice guy and I think took him kind of lightly, but and got the job done at the end. But there were some moments where I saw that he was vulnerable in certain exchanges, and that does worry me because someone like Nicolau does have KO power. He's put people away, so I hope Manel's on his P's and Q's. I like Manel to get it done, but this one also has, the chance for the upset, but I'm going to edge Manel here, probably throw him in the parlay too. And then we got the main event. Magomed Ankalaev and Johnny Walker. Of course, Johnny Walker's got that free KO ability. Like, he can just put anyone out. It's kind of crazy how good he is at that. But yeah, it's just I just think Ankalaev has too many ways to win. I think he's really, really well-rounded and been kind of unlucky in his last couple fights. So yeah, I'm going to go with Ankalaev. I know he's a big favorite, so that's going to be kind of the cherry topper on the parlay. And we'll see what happens on this weekend. I think there's definitely some good fights on this card, and obviously we've got Sean Strickland fighting then the week after, defending his title for the first time against Dricus du Plessis, and obviously all the drama that happened with them at that event, and brawling, and then you obviously saw Sean on his podcast with Theo Vaughn's podcast, him breaking down and about child abuse and all that stuff, and not joking around with that, but at the same time, Sean's always joking and trolling. So I don't know, it's just one of those situations where it's kind of, I don't know, it's one of those things where you want to be the bully, but you can't take it, kind of thing. So I don't know, that's just kind of the situation on that fight, but there's always drama when that kind of stuff happens. And
I also think it's like good media move.
Of course, I mean,
to break down on Theo Vaughn's podcast, even if because he's not.
It wasn't a bad thing.
It's
a great thing.
It's a really good
Yeah,
thing for the fight.
because people, I mean, that's what makes Sean so relatable to so many people, is because he's so open and honest about how he feels, and he talks about exactly what he went through, and a lot of his fan base have experienced similar, if not the same things that he went through as a kid. So of course he's relatable in that regard, and people love that. And it also shows, like, even if you've come from that kind of upbringing, it was just like, it's been so bad that you're able to go through all of that and then still become a world champion in the UFC. So it's definitely like on some real shit on a whole nother level. But at the same time, like, how you conduct yourself is also important. And like, for example, like, and that's not talking about Sean, but I'm talking about another Sean now, and Sean O'Malley. I just saw a recent video with a streamer, Sneeko. I hate that guy. Oh, is it Sneeko? Sneeko.
My boy.
No, not him. Not Sneeko. He's okay. Neon.
Neon.
I hate that guy.
Dude. Oh,
I hate that guy.
I don't like that Nico hangs out with Neon.
I know.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
So that guy was interviewing Sean O'Malley, and and asks him, and this is while Sean O'Malley's kid is sitting on his lap, and he's like, Sean, would you be down, like, if you and me and like two other girls, like, were in an orgy, And he's like, yeah, I'm down with that. And he's just like, but the way that like the dude was asking the question was like, he looked like a kid, like in a candy shop. He was like all hyped and shit while asking it. He's just such a weird looking freak, bro. Little beanhead looking weirdo, dude. Yeah, he got booted from the UFC event because he was like claiming online that he was gonna like
That he was
go
gonna
up to
go
Trump.
up to Trump and
Yeah.
talk shit or something.
Yeah.
The Secret Service isn't gonna do shit. And then
Yeah, I don't know how that guy got popular. Like, I don't know how that guy has fans. Like, who are the people that follow that guy?
12, 13-year-olds.
It's wild but I mean, like, look at someone that's like that doesn't look like a little bitch. You know what I mean? Like that dude literally looks.
No, he looks the part of a little bitch.
Yeah.
He doesn't even.
He has zero
have this
physical
fake persona.
attribute at all. Like he's like negative.
Yeah.
He probably has like a pigeon chest. Like
No, it's like inverted.
yeah, for sure. So he was like asking O'Malley some sus questions, and O'Malley was just like happily answering him. But like that's what kids are looking at, and then they're like, oh, he's champion in the UFC, and then it's like, oh, like that's how you have to behave, like if you want to be a champion in the UFC, and it's like all of a sudden like you're just getting like the most diabolical and like shitty ass people because of that behavior.
Shit like that.
Yeah, like at least Sean's message is like don't be a pussy, like be a real man.
Yeah, work hard.
Yeah, work hard, like
And I think that's applicable to like any career. It doesn't matter what you choose.
No,
That's why
for
he's
sure.
such a
You
good champion.
always got to work hard in anything. But like, I mean, and O'Malley will say the same thing. But it's like, that doesn't get
Outside of that,
highlighted.
yeah.
That doesn't get spoken about as a focus point because that's not something that people give a fuck about. Honestly, like, it's all about controversy.
Well, also O'Malley now is more about like chasing the bag as well because he's made so much money off of being such a popular fighter, not necessarily fighting like super high opposition up until recently, right? Like of course Peter Yan, hard fight.
Yeah.
Before that, he was fighting very smart in the UFC. Easiest fights, most amount of money, and like just hyping himself up on social media. And then he goes and
Well, yeah, he made a lot of his money outside of the UFC,
Yeah.
but the UFC gave him the platform, obviously. But yeah, I wonder if he'll be the champion at the end of the year. It'll be, he's got to fight Umar Nurmagomedov potentially, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, so back to the fight night. So the parlay picks, the parlay picks is Joshua Van, Tom Nolan, Jean Silva, Farid Basharat, Marcus McKee, Waldo Cortez Acosta, and we'll go Jim Miller and Manel Cape. And that's a fucking big ass parlay. And Ankalaev. So that's a big parlay right there. I don't know what the odds are on them. I haven't like typed them in yet. But oh damn, he hit the crossbar. It's 1-0 right now in the 40th minute, and Alexander Garnacho just hit the crossbar with a outside the box shot. It's pretty solid. There's been so many chances for them to score. It should be like 5-0.
it really should. Be.
Yeah, but it's just one of those games.
The other day too.
What's that?
This happened the other day as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are my picks for this UFC fight night. I think it's going to be a good one to start off the year. So make sure to tune in and get your bets in, and hopefully the parlays and the picks hit. Obviously, we got other sports that have been going on over Christmas. That's basically what I've been doing, is just been watching a shit ton of sports. We had the NFL last game of the season this past weekend, so we got playoffs and wild cards all matched up for next season. So that's going to be dope. I'm a big fan of the NFL playoffs and all that stuff. The best team at the moment, man. I don't know. Like, obviously the Ravens look the best. Lamar Jackson's looking sick. The Bills looked good last night against the Dolphins. I didn't think they were going to win, and they pulled it off. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. 49ers obviously strong as well, but they were kind of like not that good, coming off against like Baltimore and stuff like that. And then obviously the Eagles have fallen off super hard, super heavy. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see how that all unfolds. Obviously we got the UFC coming back, Australian Open, tennis is coming up. I know probably none of the listeners give a fuck about tennis, but I fucks with tennis.
Tennis is fun to watch.
Yeah. And then, winter break for all the football, soccer games in Europe and all that stuff are coming back. So yeah, New year, all the sports are in full force. NBA's going. So yeah, make sure to get in and enjoy it in the new year. Try to make some money early. Get your profits up. Otherwise it's been a pretty low key end of year, beginning of year 2024. But I'm gonna bring out some gifts that I got sent, for my lonely Christmas. No idea what I've been gifted for last Christmas. No even acknowledgement on the box. So it's definitely interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. We got a customized water bottle with my name on it. So when I'm training, ain't nobody gonna take my water. So that's cool.
Name on it.
The name is there.
Thank you, mommy.
There we go. I'll take that.
Not
bad. All right. Let's go with another boxed item. Let's see what we got here. These big unveils right here, box openers. Oh yes, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the undies. Always need underwear. That's a fact.
When you train so much, you're always running through underwear.
It's true. It's true. Sweaty draws after a period of time.
They just go bad. Literally.
Yeah, there's no. You can't bring them back for the dead. You can't bring them back from the dead. All right, we got. I'm guessing like a T-shirt.
I was about to say T-shirt.
Yeah, or maybe some more underwear. I don't know. Maybe some socks.
Big underwear, just one.
Oh yeah, it's a sports top. Sports bra.
Sports top.
There we go. Long sleeve. There we go.
Oh, Nike. Just do it.
Just do it, man. Stay warm. Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with that. My mom knows what's up.
Nike's fire.
For sure. Hell yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that, mother. So stylish. All right. What else we got? She got me way too much things. All right. What's this? Okay, I know what this is.
Let's see. It's socks.
Yeah, it's socks. These are socks. I do need some socks. I use socks. I do need socks. This is a much needed item.
Nice.
There we go. Some Nikes. Low cuts. There we go.
You better hope D-Rod doesn't sock check you with those ankle socks.
That's true. I always wear high socks. So I don't really wear low socks actually. So, but maybe I'll have to start to now. I have to start. All right.
I know. It says me today. I always wear high socks as well, but I'm wearing ankle socks today.
All right. I accidentally ripped this open, but
Let's see. What is it? Hoodie.
there we go.
Called it Nike Tech. No, not Nike Tech, but
It's just a Nike hoodie.
hoodie.
There we go. It's that time of year. Getting Nike'd out. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. I'm gonna look fresh when I'm in the gym. It's where I spend most of my time anyway. By myself. Okay, what's this one here? I think this is another T-shirt. What you think, Nike? Chances are high.
Adidas. Nike.
We got a Nike running T-shirt.
Nice.
There we go.
Same version.
For short sleeve. No, it's like
version.
it's like almost see through.
Ooh.
So you can see them nips.
So you can see the tattoo.
There you go. So yeah, I'm decked out. And I'm guessing these got to be the shorts, right? These got to be the shorts.
They have to be back
All right.
shorts for sure.
Let's see it. My mom decking me out. Let's go.
You got your head to toe.
No.
Oh, what is that?
Okay.
Oh, wait.
It's a Lululemon. What is this, like compression?
Oh, dude, she threw a curveball.
I didn't expect that.
Neither did I, honestly.
Didn't expect that at all.
Oh my goodness.
Nice though.
That was crazy.
This is nice to wear like under when it's like super cold.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, I'm super decked up now. Got some fresh draws. That's all it, for me, it's always just been like for Christmas it's just like a re-up of underwear, a re-up of socks. re-up a couple shirts.
Yearly re-up of some clothes.
Yeah, those are, and then that's like much appreciated, always needed.
It's more about the thought.
Of course. I mean, my mom like wrapped all that stuff and made sure to send me a package all the way from Canada, so that's dope. I appreciate that. And all of it's gonna get used very well. So, yeah, no, that's dope. Never done a opening on the podcast, so that was first for me. What you guys think? You guys want me to open some more shit? Just every episode, just receive packages and open them. I mean, like D-Rod received a bunch of shit. Here's my paper for my printer. But yeah, D-Rod, he's gonna be coming back at the end of the month from Thailand. I mean, I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing on his story, but that motherfucker is literally just partying and having a good old fucking time. I saw him, like, today was the first day I saw him, like, finish training on the mat. So I was like, oh, you're actually training in Thailand. Congrats. But I just see this dude like, oh yeah, who wants to come with me to this rave? And then like fucking at some nightclub. Like, I'm just like, bro. But he's enjoying himself, so I'm happy for him. Hope he's fucking at least getting some training. But he's been unlucky. He got staph. He fucking fell off his bike and hurt himself. So like there's definitely some delays. And then his fight, originally he was supposed to fight, I think around February. But now it's getting pushed back to like I think April. So I don't know the details 100% yet, but we had one conversation and he said that he was going to be coming back to Vegas at the end of January. So obviously when that fool's back and it's the beginning of the month, we'll be living together. He'll be living with me, staying at the crib. So we'll be doing more episodes and just kind of filling in on his training camp and getting ready for, his next scrap. So I'm excited for him. Obviously I've got my surgery coming up, so hopefully I can get that shit banged out the way. And then by the time, my recovery, starts, and I start to get better, then I can, help him in some capacity in terms of, like holding pads and that kind of thing. But in the meantime, I'm sure I'll help him out in other ways, where it be like social media, getting him to the gym, whatever the fuck, PI. So, yeah, I'm just going to make myself as available as I can to him, make sure that everything goes smooth for him during his camp and he goes out there and fucking gets it done because we haven't seen our boy fight in a minute. So it's time to get it done. I'm excited. I'm excited just to get this surgery going so I could get my recovery in. And yeah, otherwise, I know it's been less frequent in the past month, but with D-Rod being out of town and being difficult to get a hold of, and then obviously my situation as well, I was going through my battles as well, fucking figuring out when I was gonna have surgery, but everything's worked out now, everything's good. So just kind of dialing things in and just trying to come out with more material and content for you guys. I've been spending a lot of time in the gym lifting. I've bulked up. I'm like 215 pounds now. Haven't been that heavy in a while. And I'm only eating like one meal a day. For the most part, I just drink coffee and greens. Like I drink my green supplement every morning and then obviously take my vitamins and then I have my coffee. I'll have my like mushroom gummies, which are like not psilocybin ones. They're just like, lion's mane, all that kind of good stuff, cordyceps. It's all combined into a gummy, so I eat those, and I'm just chilling until like it's basically dark in Vegas, which is like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then I probably have my first meal like 6, 7 o'clock, and that's about it. Especially now because I'm not training as intense and as much as I was, prior to my injury. I have tons of energy in regards to that, so I don't want to eat like I was before because then I'll fucking get real big. So I'm just in the gym lifting, trying to get strong. I'm definitely worried about my cardio right now. Like I'm fucking gonna gas, but I think soon, like I'm gonna get my buddy Malik and we'll spar each other. Like we'll box. I think I can box. Like I can definitely box right now. But I wouldn't want to fuck around with like going lateral, throwing kicks or anything like that at the moment. But I definitely can box. I've been throwing hands, hitting the bag and stuff, and feel pretty damn good. So it'll just be good to do that just because, I haven't done it in a while. But yeah, otherwise, just continue doing what I'm doing, working. If you have any questions about need to build muscle or supplements in general, or any other questions or products that we talk about here, or bets, holler at me, hit me up in the messages. And then just try to tune in and let me know what you guys would like to hear or see. And let me know what you guys think. But trying to get Malik a fight at the beginning of February. I already asked my management if they could see if they could find someone or get someone matched up for him. So trying to figure that out. Hopefully we get something for him, but I'm sure he'll be fighting at some point this year. And he's been training very consistent. Yeah, he's been training very consistent. So I'm gonna go probably test him out this week. Have him come over and we'll box. Otherwise, if you're in Vegas, hit up Grower Circle when you're in the dispensaries. They got the best of the best. Even their swag is fire. This is a Grower Circle t-shirt. I like the material. Their hat. This hat right here is a Grower Circle hat.
Undercover Grower Circle.
Right, we got another Grower Circle hat right here. Overall, great experience working with them. And we'll continue to, collaborate and keep going forward. Shout out to everyone that listens, that watches, that follows. Please like, share, subscribe, get the word out. I know we're small, but hopefully this year we can grow, be a little bit more consistent, or I can be a little bit more consistent. I'm trying to blame other people, but it's mainly D-Rod's fault. But for the most part, hope everyone had a good New Year. Hope everything is good, staying healthy, and let's kick some ass in 2024. All right, everybody. Peace.